everybody, this is your boy Dracona coming to you live from Draconian's Domain, where I'm back at it again. This was a quick decision on my part to do a live stream on Silent Hill. The live stream transmission starting in 7 minutes. The problem that I am having right now was that I was a little late, yes, because I completely forgot about it, completely spaced out. I have a couple of friends joining me right now. I do have a good friend of mine, like a brother from another mother, Floppy Ducky Prime.
What's up, everybody? It is a pleasure to be here today, and I'm very excited for this stream.
Yeah, I'm. That's one of us. I'm 50-50 on this right now, to be quite honest myself. Right now, what I'm expecting out of the stream is not much, but Konami had let us down so many times with this. We were supposed to get PT. Am I right or wrong, Floppy?
I'm still very angry that they canceled that. After all these years, I still have a lot of anger towards Konami.
Yeah, so do I. Trust me, so do I. Due to the simple fact that, you know, what they did, what Konami did to... it's just unfathomed that I can't even speak. Like, they really screwed the pooch on that one.
And they shot themselves in the foot because they could have made millions off of that game. Yeah, Hideo Kojima, Guillermo del Toro, and Norman Reedus.
Yeah. Come on, if you don't know who Norman Reedus is, stop sleeping under a rock. But right now, I've heard a lot of stuff going on with this whole ordeal of stream, and I'm a huge horror fan. Like, I got all the Silent Hills. I'm Silent Hilled out, and finally, after 4.5 years, 5 years, I would say, 5 years, and Floppy Ducky is kind of, you know, jealous on this, but I finally got my PT back on my PS4. I just transformed my PS4 from a $250 PS4 to an $800 PS4.
You're a bitch.
And there goes Beta Trigger right there.
Yep.
I thought people were selling it for $1,000.
What happened?
Some people are. It really depends on how desperate you are for the game.
That's true.
I'm desperate for this game, but I like I said to Floppy Beta, since you had just came in, and ooh, the countdown is free.
Can somebody live stream it through Discord, because I can't watch it.
He would have to live stream it in Discord. I can't, because if I live stream it in Discord, it's gonna shut off my thing.
Is my volume on my end too loud?
No, but screen share, bitch.
Okay.
Oh my god. 3 minutes and 53 seconds, everybody. We are almost in. We are in. Let me just tweet this shit out. Okay, here we go.
I'll get a second behind you.
Right back. Floppy,
Hi.
can you screen share?
I think I can through my phone. Let me see. Shit, how the fuck do I do this? Hold on.
Just go when you're in Discord.
Yeah, because right now I'm not showing on my phone.
I was gonna say, go turn on your camera and share
Actually, you know what? Hold on. Okay.
Yes, I can do it. Go ahead.
Awesome, cool.
Okay.
I guess they fixed that.
Because I was actually gonna go and get my PC real quick.
Yeah, I'm stuck at work, so I can't.
Yeah, you are fine. You're actually 12 seconds ahead of me.
God, I love this song. Y'all not no Silent Hill fans, I swear. I'm a pistol smack. That's how bad of a fan I am.
Jimmy said something, but I don't know if it's true. Apparently, there's actually
You're cutting it
supposedly
out.
yeah, I'm not cutting it in. I'm kidding. There's actually supposedly a Silent Hill 2 remake. Supposedly.
That was a fan made.
Oh, it was fan-made? Okay.
Yup, I seen that.
Okay.
Go, boys, 30 seconds.
I just posted it on my my Instagram. All right, guys, we got 3 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2. Oh no! Oh wait, no. 28 seconds.
The target is 50 seconds.
Alright, everybody. Konami, if you fucking let me down, bros, I'm not kidding. I'ma straight go down to your corporation and pistol whoop every single one of yous.
Rating pending. All right, this should be interesting. Oh, that looks so good.
Cucaracha, le cucaracha.
No fucking way. Wasn't this how PT started?
Yes. And no, that's not the way that PT started.
No, it wasn't.
It did start off with a roach.
Yes.
All right. You got the Harry?
Why the fuck does he look like a knockoff Leon?
Could she really be here? Waiting for me?
This, oh my god,
Mary
this guy
died
from
of
part
that
2.
damn disease 3 years ago.
Yeah. That's actually James, right?
Yeah.
Knockoff Leon Kennedy.
In my restless dreams.
Restless Dreams,
see
yeah.
that
This is
town.
I believe this is
Continuation
going
part
to
2?
be the remake of part 2.
Silent Hill.
Bluebird team, okay.
I
Oh,
know.
yeah, okay.
Pyramid Head.
Remake.
I saw
There's my
Pyramid
boy.
Head.
There's my boy.
That's your boy, but I got the actual action figure.
I know. Why?
So do I.
Head screw in the frickin'
A Beretta. Don't ask me how I know that, everybody.
But it's all over now.
Hangman.
I don't need you anymore. I'm ready.
What is this? Shrek is Love, Shrek is Life? I'm ready. A Disney
Mary?
boat.
Okay, so it's a 2 remake. All right.
Better not all be all that we're getting, because I've seen trailers of this. I swear, if this was just a good 10 seconds of this BS, I'm gonna be pissed.
No,
PS5 exclusive.
They wouldn't do just a 2-second fucking.
Yeah, you better give me another Silent Hill, Konami. Give me another Silent Hill.
Not in a second. PlayStation exclusive.
Damn right! Damn right! We deserve that!
Welcome to Silent Hill Transmission, the show that keeps you informed about Silent Hill. My name is Selena and I will be your facilitator.
Hi, Selena.
Thank you very much for having me. And
Hello.
サイレントヒルシリーズのプロデューサーを務める岡本元井です。今日はよろしくお願いします。まずはじめにサイレントヒル2の映像をご覧いただきました。そしてですね、より詳しくお伝えするために一緒にゲームを作っている人をお呼びしています。では早速ご紹介いたします。コンセプトアーティストの伊藤正弘さんです。伊藤さん、今日はよろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
改めまして岡本さん、伊藤さん、サイレントヒルが
ありがとう
帰ってくるんですね。
はい、そうなんです。ファンの皆さん、本当に大変お待たせしました。サイレントヒルが帰ってきて、その第一弾としてサイレントヒル2をリメイクいたします。伊藤さんにお声掛けしてからそろそろ
3 years since we approached Mr.
いや、本当長かったですよね。でもこうして
Yeah, because they
こ
fucking
のタイト
can
ル
Kojima.
をまたこう再始動できるっていうそのタイミングを
And
皆さんに
Kojima
伝えてい
worked
る
close to
っていう
this
ことに
guy.
僕はすごく
Oh,
興奮しております。
Yeah.
伊藤さんの場合、ツイッターにもすごくファンの方がコメントされているので、もう隠してるのが大変だったんじゃないですか。
いや、そうなんですよ。岡本さんに苦情されてました
If
か
this is
ら
all they have,
そのことに本当にファンからいろいろ
If this is
質問
all
さ
that
れ
they have
て、それ
to
をのらり
offer
くらりと交わすのが大変でして。
a
いや
Silent
僕
Hill
らもちょっ
2
と脇
remake,
で
I'm
見てい
gonna be
て、
kind of
ちょっとドキド
disappointed.
キしておりました。それでですね、サイレントヒルといえばもう一方、
Speaking of Silent Hill,
作曲家の
there's
山岡
another
明さん。
composer.
山岡さんとも一緒に作っているんですけれども、ちょっと本日はですね、
No.
残念ながらこの場に来られなかったので、ビ
Okay.
デオメッセージをお預かりしております。どうぞご覧ください。
山岡です。もう21年ですか、20年以上経った作品でリメイクという形でまた新しい作品としてですね蘇るということで、個人的にも僕的にもすごく嬉しく思っています。当時はそのいろいろこうチャレンジしようというか、ビデオゲームっていう中でも新しいものというか今までないものをテーマとしても作ろうみたいなところもあって、当時ディレクターがドストエフスキーの「罪と罰」を読んでくださいって言われて、何を作るんだろうなと。で音楽ももちろんですけど模索というかすごいいろいろチャレンジしてた思いではあります。このタイトルであれば新しい音楽っていうものを作り上げられるかなっていうのはすごい感じてました。未だに20年経ってもですね「サイレントヒル」っていうタイトルがみんなの心の中に残ってるっていうのは僕はすごくやってよかったというか本当にこの上ない嬉しさというか気持ちでもあります。でリメイクに関してもまたさらに新しい音楽性であったり新しいチャレンジもそうかもしれないですし、従来のファンの方にもきちっと届けられる心に刺さるサウンドデザインだったり音楽だったり、
This all better
も
not
ちろ
just
ん
be a Silent Hill
サイレント
2
ヒルを
remake.
知らないサイレントヒル2を知らないユーザーさんにとってもその時サイレントヒル2が初めて出た時のインパク
I
トと
think
い
it might
う
just
か
be only a Silent
衝
Hill
撃という
remake, to
か
be honest.
作れたらいいなと思っています。皆さんもぜひ楽しみにしていてください。
山岡さん、ありがとうございます。コナミのサウンドね、若いスタッフみんな山岡さんのことを尊敬しているので、みんなワクワクしながら一緒に仕事させていただいております。そしてですね、日本
Yeah,
だ
I
けで
would,
なく
I would be too.
制作チームについてのお話もさせてください。今回のサイレントヒル2はポーランドのホラーゲームのスペシャリストブルーバーチームで制作しています。
Now look at that
彼ら
track.
から
Let's
コメントと
develop.
制作風景をいただいてますので、こちらもどう
Blair
ぞご
Witch
覧く
was
だ
a
さい。
letdown. Observer was a letdown.
Layers of Fear
Silent
was
Hill
pretty
2
good.
is a cult classic,
Huh?
and it's widely recognized as
Layers
one
of
of the
Fear was
best
actually
games
pretty
ever
good.
made.
That's why I said
For many
there's
Bluebird
two
team
games
members,
on there that was a
Silent Hill is the
letdown.
title which
Blair
made
Witch
them
and
fall in
Observer.
love in
Those two
horror
games
games.
were a letdown. Layer of Fear I like.
This is why we approach our work with a great respect to original game.
To ensure that we are keeping this unique Silent Hill atmosphere intact, we are working closely with original creators such as Masahiro Ito and Akira Yamaoka.
Oh, I'm just so glad that they got Akira.
We want Silent Hill 2 to make the same strong impression today that the original game did 21 years ago.
Okay.
While we want to achieve the same end result, players' expectations evolve over time, and certain things need to be modernized to have the same or similar effect. For example, that's why we went with the over-the-shoulder camera, so we can immerse players into the game world as much as possible.
Look at that game. Oh, that game right there. That game.
We are creating a synergy where new or modernized mechanics and features actually support the original spirit of Silent Hill 2.
Mocap system.
Combining the old with the new is no easy task, but we believe we are on the right track.
Booty.
To put it simply, our goal is to recreate everything what made the game a timeless classic, but give it a new form which will draw players even deeper into the foggy streets of Silent Hill.
Oh, excuse me.
I feel like the next couple of years are going to be dedicated to just doing video game remakes from the last 20 years, if I'm being honest.
すごいですね。
Yeah.
この現場からサイレントヒル2が生まれたんですね。
そうなんですよ。もう彼らは本当にホラーゲームとサイレントヒルが大好きで、コナミってサイレントヒルに関しては世界中のチームから毎年のように提案をいただくんですけれども、その中でも彼らは最もですね情熱的ですごく愛を感じました。
素晴らしい。
伊藤さんも一緒にポーランド行きましたよね。
はい、年の瀬の寒いポーランドに行きましたね。
で何度もねお酒を飲み、語り合い、
で岡本さんがねこう酔っ払って
そうですね一緒にもうお酒を飲みながらホラーゲームの未来、そしてサイレントヒルの未来について熱く語り、そしてゲームを一緒に作るということですね。ところでですね、先ほどの映像にもロゴが出ておりましたけれども、サイレントヒル2はプレイステーション5で発売予定です。そこでプレイステーション5の発売元のソニーインタラクティブエンターテインメントさんからもコメントをいただいております。ビデオメッセージをどうぞご覧ください。
Hello everyone, my name is Christian Spencer and I'm the Vice President of Global Third Party Relations at Sony Interactive Entertainment. I'm extremely excited to hear about the announcement of Silent Hill 2. Congratulations, this is definitely a celebratory moment and we're looking forward to bringing Silent Hill 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5. Being huge fans of the franchise, our team at SIE feels fortunate and excited to support the revival of Silent Hill. Okamoto-san, we eagerly await hearing more about what's in store for this beloved franchise. Thank you again for your partnership.
応援ありがとうございます。サイレントヒルはプレイステーションとともに成長してきたシリーズです。プレイステーション向けに発売できて非常に嬉しいですね。
皆様のサイレントヒル2に寄せる期待がすごいですね。私自身サイレントヒル2の大ファンなので、もうお話聞いてるだけでますます楽しみになってきました。
ありがとうございます。ファンの皆様にはですね、本日からプレイステーション5のスターページもオープンしていますので、そちらの方もチェックしてみてください。よろしくお願いします。
そうなんですね。わかりました。ファンとしてすぐにチェックさせていただきます。それではこの回はこのあたりで、岡本さん、伊藤さん、ありがとうございました。
Note the first.
私たちのいる世界も変わってきましたよ。
はい。このイベントはサイレントヒル2だけで終わらないんです。今後は世界中の才能あふれるクリエイターたちとサイレントヒルの世界をさらに拡大していきます。
まだ続きがあるんですか？
はい。そしてその新しいビジョンの一つをお披露目することができるんです。ビデオの方をご覧ください。
Why are you here? No, in this place. Why are you here? You're to be punished. That's good, I like it. You know what, I think you're right.
Hold on.
I think we've done something so awful. We are stuck here in this place, being judged by these people. But for you, I think it's more than that.
no code?
I think you're here for some other reason. And I don't want to be anywhere near you when you figure that out.
Oh, we're getting a new Silent Hill? Nice! Okay. Goosebumps are real, people. The goose bibbles are real.
Hi, my name is John McKellen. I'm the creative director at No Code, and we are working on Silent Hill Townfall. I remember playing the original Silent Hill on PS1 back in 1999.
Yes, I got it.
And became a fan from that moment on. So for us to work on this game with our friends at Annapurna feels like an actual dream come true. It's a real honour for us to bring a new title to this series that both respects the source material, but also does something a little bit different with it. To say that Silent Hill has been an inspiration to No Code would be a massive understatement. Our previous two games, Stories Untold and Observation, both played with that same deep psychological horror. And at No Code, we're all about weaving that narrative and that experience into every aspect of our game design, our audio, our visuals, even our UI. So obviously the teaser trailer is just the beginning, and we can't show you any more just yet. We're going to be hard at work for a while, but we can't wait to come back in the new year and show you more.
Maybe.
Until then, it might be worth watching that
Might be
trailer
in
again.
2023 or 2024.
It's 2023. It's late into the year then.
Yeah.
あの予告編には鳥肌が立ちました。
Yeah.
期待もやっぱ高いんですけれども、これはどのようなきっかけで始まったんでしょうか。
はい、実はちょっとしたカリフォルニアでのランチミーティングから始まったんですよ。アンナプルナインタラクティブとノーコードの大ファンだったので、この絶好の機会を必ず成功させたいと思ってます。サイレントヒルの新作を一緒に作ってくれるこれ以上ないパートナーだと思ってます。
そうなんですか。この中にも新たなパートナーはいらっしゃるんでしょうか。
はい。まだ今日は言えないんですけれども、同様に素晴らしい才能を持ったチームと今後のパートナーシップを拡大していく予定です。
それは素晴らしいですね。タウンフォールが楽しみです。
ありがとうございます。ではタウンホールの話はひとまずここまでにして、次の話題に移っていきたいと思います。
Next topic.
What we got going on now?
次は何でしょう。
実はサイレントヒルはゲーム以外の展開もあるんです。ここではその情報をお伝えしていきます。
なるほど、また新しい楽しみが増えますね。ではここでアシスタントプロデューサー内藤瑠衣さんをお迎えして、その新たな展開について伺っていきましょう。内藤さん、お願いいたします。
サイレントヒルの IP 展開、クロスメディア展開を担当しています内藤です。よろしくお願いします。よ
ろしくお願いします。内藤さん、今回はどんな情報をお持ちいただいたんでしょうか。
今回はですね、サイレントヒルゲームの復活のきっかけともなった映画化の話です。数年前に映画のもともと作ってた映画のプロデューサーの方から最新作作りたいという提案をいただきました。監督は第1作の方を演出されたクリストフ・ガンズ氏が手掛けます。でさらに今いい企画をいただいて、これはいい映画になるぞというところで進めてきました。ただですね、映画だけでいいのかというところもあって、これはゲームを活かしたいということもあって、プロデューサーの岡本と一緒に
Resident Evil was just a total shit show.
道のりを歩んできたという感じです。
なるほど、素晴らしいですね。
ではここでそのプロデューサー監督2名から熱いメッセージいただいているのでご覧ください。
Jump! Go ahead, guys.
Return to Silent Hill? That's what they're calling it?
This return is my return to a world, a universe.
That I have touched in 2006, 15 years ago. The film was a great success, and we decided to go back to the best of his stories.
Yeah, so this is the one that did the original release of the Silent Hill movie.
The film is the story of a young guy coming back to Silent Hill, where he has known a great love, and what he's going to find is a pure nightmare.
I have the chance of being very close with Christoph, and we together has achieved to convince Konami that there is a new version of Silent Hill that needs to be done, and they are 100% on board.
In the first Silent Hill, we were exploring a world, the world of this small town, completely closed into the mist. It was like being trapped into a Twilight Zone. But in the second game, you know, the creator of the game have changed the rules, you know. We were basically going back to Silent Hill, the same town, but we were looking this strange world entirely through the point of view of the hero we were playing.
Mary, could you really be in this town?
He realized that Mary is lost somewhere into this strange place.
At its core, it's also the idea of the myth of Orpheus. And whatever a man can go deep in hell to bring back the soul or the person he loved the most in his life.
So it's much more about psychological horror, even if we are going to find again all the same creature and the same strange terror sequence, something like that. But the first big interrogation and the first big terror is about ourselves. Are we mad? Are we sane? Are we sane to go back to Silent Hill to find this great love?
This one now has so many years from the first one that there is a clear idea from Christoph to make it modern, but also very true to the video game. And that's also what it is. We are also respecting the will of the author, the producers, and Konami into this adaptation. Christoph, it's really somebody that respects the work that has been done, but that also has his own vision. It nurtures the creative vision of the authors from the game, but with a different vision from a filmmaker. And both, they have created, I believe, something that has struck the minds of the fans.
James! Stop! Leave her alone!
The Game of Silent Hill franchise were great artistic achievement, and I have a responsibility to transpose that on a big screen, you know.
Christoph is a real gamer. He has been immersed in this world.
That's why the first film was so well received by the fans of Silent Hill, because they felt that I was one of them, and it was so important for me to respect the original creation, you know. That was the base, the start of everything. Everything starts from this respect. So I'm going with a maximum of humility, a maximum of respect, but in the same time I have quite a charge, quite a goal, which is how to transpose the language of the game, which is entirely about immersion, into a tale, into a story that we can tell in 90 or 100 minutes.
The monsters are also one of the key elements that the fans are waiting for. And we are updating those in a way that the creation is similar, but they will be striking.
For me, one of my major goals in this film is how to redesign the classic monster of Silent Hill. I was talking about Red Pyramid, you know, this big guy with the helmet, you know. He's, again, in this one. Some of the creatures of the film of back in 2006 were very, very appreciated by the fan. But in the same time, for me, it was important to come back with surprise.
It's a new universe. It's a new challenge, and those are very important to bring these icons differently to the audience, because they want them to have that wow effect.
That's why, you know, I found a very interesting collaboration with the people of Konami. They helped me a lot to achieve this new design of the monster, because they are also working on new episodes for the franchise of Silent Hill.
The younger audience, they want that collective experience. They want to be with their friends, they want to talk about it, but they want also to live that experience together.
We all know that watching an horror film alone at his home is quite different of being into a big theater with a crowd and everybody jumping at the same time. It's very different.
We are modernizing. We are giving him what the audience of today is really wanting. We are trying to do as much as possible, creating a new experience for that audience. Could be more immersive, interactive, and we have now new technologies, but we still have what makes the best is the story. And this story is at the core of it. So we hope that Return to Silent Hill will be a great return.
And if we want
fuck it up.
to
That's all
keep
I'm
the link
asking.
with the audience, we have to be perfectly aware that everything has changed in 15 years. Everything has been washed away. We have to bring back something, very surprising.
プロデューサー監督ありがとうございました。
ゲームを映画に負けないように頑張っていこうと思ってます。映画とゲーム両方を最高のクオリティにしてファンにお届けしたいと思ってます。
もうファンとしては両方とも本当に楽しみです。内藤さん、映画もゲームもまだまだこれからだと思うんですけれども、今後の予定などってお聞きすることってできますでしょうか。
さっきの映像の中にもあったと思うんですけど、すでに絵コンテとかイメージボードとかあるんですけど、実は撮影とかキャスティングはまだこれからなんですね。今後いろいろ映画の方も山場がいっぱいあると思うんで、こちらの方もゲームと一緒にいい作品になるように進めていきたいと思ってます。
ありがとうございます。映画も楽しみです。この配信をご覧の皆さんもぜひ楽しみにお待ちくださいね。それではこの回もそろそろ。内藤さん、岡本さん、ありがとうございました。
Alright. What else you got for us? Ooh, merchandise.
From here, I would like to share with you some of Silent Hill related items that will help you enjoy the game even more. Here is the first one we would like to introduce. From Gecko, you all very know, 1/6 scale statue of Red Pyramid Thing is coming.
Okay.
Thoroughly supervised by the art
Ooh,
director
I've seen how
and the
much that
monster
is.
designer of Silent
I
Hill
already seen
2,
the price on that.
Masahiro Ito. All details are
At
brushed
least
up.
500.
You can even see
Yup,
the details we couldn't
42,000,
express because of the video
Japanese.
game spec at the time. The
So
base
scaffold.
capturing the scaffold can be connected, and you can recreate the scene of the final fight against 2 Red Pyramid Things. Up next, James Sunderland 1/6 scale statue. The realistic sculpture perfectly captures James's exhaustive facial expression. Not only the handgun, but also the wooden plank, the steel pipe, and the great knife pairing up with Red Pyramid Thing can be held in his right hand. At his feet, health drinks are tossed away. Maria from Silent Hill 2 is also coming as a
she got
1/6
sexy-ass
scale
belly button.
statue. It is the very first official statue of Maria
Excuse my
with the
guy.
high quality and beautiful details.
I'm a whore.
The right hand is interchangeable with a hand holding the gun, which appears in the
These all
sub-scenario
look nice.
Born from a
But
Wish.
show us a collector's edition.
Last but not least, the secret ending of Silent Hill 2, Inu End, is also
with the
recreated
bitch on the
as a
stool?
1/6 scale coin-based
Dog.
statue. The
That's a
diorama
bitch.
statue will remind you of the last scene where James collapsed to his knees and say, "So it was all your work." From here, we will introduce some products from the official Konami shop. First, Silent Hill board collection. We made a collection that encapsulates all that
That's
horror
gotten
and
really
eeriness, featuring legendary characters from the first 4 installments of the franchise. These hand-numbered limited decks are now available for pre-order. In the official Konami shop, all these products are now available. Please check it out. Here is further information about Silent Hill goods. From Crazy Rock, 1/6 scale fully articulated collectible figures of Red Pyramid Thing and Bubble
Y'all already know
Hammers
what I'm
are
doing
coming.
right now.
They
I
are
see
high
figurines.
quality and fully articulated. From Good Smile Company, Pop-Up Parade Bubblehead mirrors is coming with affordable
Oh,
prices.
of course they are, and they're not going to be
Pop-Up
at
Parade
Comic
is
Con this year
a series of figures that are easy to collect.
Yeah,
Each
this is
figure
gonna all happen
typically
next year.
stands around 17 to 18 centimeters in height.
I'm buying it.
From Bedrock Collectibles, Red Pyramid Thing and Maria Elevator Chase diorama is coming. This statue diorama captures a moment in time as Red Pyramid
Yeah,
Thing
I'm not a
readies to
diorama
swing
fan.
his great blade while Maria attempts to run away and reach the
like it.
elevator
Looks
in
cool.
time with her
I mean, yeah, they're
outreach
cool.
hand.
It's just not for me.
This diorama will be coming soon to the Bedrock Collectibles website. Konami is proud to present all these items on Silent Hill e-commerce page. Don't miss it and secure your order.
Aww.
Now the scene has changed and we have our next guest. Our next guest is Jacob Navok. Jacob, please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Jacob Navok and I'm the CEO at Genbit.
Jacob, what will you be presenting this time?
I'm going to show you a new kind of Silent Hill. an experience that you haven't seen up until now.
A whole new experience.
They're
What is
doing
it
a
all
VR
about?
Silent Hill?
Please take a look at this video for hint.
So here it's. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Save her.
Run.
Run.
What the
What?
fuck?
Whoa.
Ooh.
Are they doing a multiplayer?
Multiplayer Silent Hill?
Shit! What the fuck? Ascension?
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 What?
Is this another game? Y'all just made my game hard.
Bad Robot. Ooh.
Oh no. It's gotta be multiplayer.
I'm thinking that too.
Live
2023.
Face your trauma
Face your
together.
trauma together.
Ascensions.com.
It's gonna be so good.
Let's not get our hopes up. Let's see what he has to say.
Well, this is going to be another world of Silent Hill. Jacob, could you please introduce your project?
For over 20 years, Silent Hill has haunted my memories. And lately, I enjoy watching streamers playing Silent Hill with their fans. We love the feeling of being scared together, of experiencing fear with friends. It's why watching horror films in the theater is so fun. Silent Hill Ascension takes that feeling of communal fear to a massive scale. It's a live, real-time interactive series where millions of fans will watch together as the chilling story unfolds. You can change its outcomes and even be a part of scenes. There is no reset button. Decisions that you make mean life or death in the story. It's your chance to shape Silent Hill canon forever. Silent Hill Ascension is brought to you by Genvid, Bad Robot, Behavior, and DJ2, and goes live in 2023. Sign up at Ascension.com for updates.
I'm so excited about this new world of Silent Hill. Here are some messages we received from two important partners in the project. Before we look at the messages, could you please introduce them?
Today we're going to hear from Bad Robot as well as Behavior.
I see. Okay, first things first. I would like to read a message from director J.J. Abrams.
Genvid's experience presents a wild, epic, and innovative new way to immerse yourself in the horrors of Silent Hill.
Next, please watch the message from the art director of Bad Robot and the creative team of Behavior Interactive.
I'm Chris Amaral from Bad Robot Games and art director for Silent Hill Ascension. Our approach to Silent Hill Ascension is to ensure we maintain the tone and the feeling that the fans have come to love from the franchise, while also adding our own twist of an oppressed, tormented, and morose dimension of reality. Silent Hill creatures are often manifested projections from the darkest depths of the main characters' minds. In Silent Hill Ascension, we build off of this.
So,
our creatures are inspired
confirmed
by
yet?
the personal traumas and internal demons of our characters' past lives. We want the art style to be a fresh take on the brand, while still being equally respectful to where we've been before.
In 2021, we released The Executioner and the survivor Cheryl Mason in Dead by Daylight.
Okay.
Today, Behavior once again will dive into the world of Silent Hill, but with a completely new experience. Here's Chris, VP Creative of our service division, to tell you all about it.
Everyone at Behavior is excited to announce our collaboration with Genvid on Silent Hill Ascension, in a new form of entertainment that blends community, live storytelling, and interactivity. Silent Hill Ascension takes you and the entire community on a unique interactive storytelling experience where the decisions you make affect the characters and the world. Those decisions become canon, and there's no reset button. This is a whole new chapter for Silent Hill, with new characters and frightful monsters, where the stakes couldn't be more real. We're thrilled to be working with the talented teams at Genvid, Bad Robot, and DJ2 to bring Silent Hill Ascension to life. Look for it to go live in 2023 and sign up at Ascension.com for updates.
I can see the new charm of Silent Hill. The fun only gets better. Jacob, what do you think of the two message videos?
I am thrilled to work with these incredible teams. Together, we're going to revolutionize what horror means in interactive media.
You
That's
better.
fantastic. We are excited too.
Letting y'all
I
know.
hope everyone watching this distribution is eagerly awaiting this new Silent Hill. I am sure you will not be disappointed.
Eager? We're
Thank you,
overdue
Jacob,
on
for
this,
sharing
woman.
your fascinating
We are
title with us today.
overdued.
Thank you for your time, Jacob.
Thank you very much.
You come over here saying, I hope you're eagerly waiting. Nah, we're overdue on this. Screw
ま
this
た場
off
所
out
が
of
変わりま
PT.
したね。岡本さん、これはどういうことでしょうか。
はい。実は最後にもう一本
One last
サイレントヒル
One
の
last
完全
announcement.
新作の発表があります。我々が自信を持って送り出す新しいサイレン
Silent
トヒル
Hill game?
Thank you very much.
I got
Finally, we will leave you with that completely new video. Thank you for watching Silent Hill Transmission.
We're getting 3 new games. Okay. It's in Japan. Japanese. Or China. The fuck? Don't be pulling no fatal frame bullshit. I'll be pissed. I like your hat. Oh! F? What the fuck? I don't know how to feel about that. I'm confused.
You and me both.
That almost feels like, and I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Let me get this out of the way first. I'm gonna rate this a good 7.5. 8. I'll give it a solid 8. You know what? Screw it. I'll give it a solid 8.
Yeah, I agree.
And the reason why I'm giving it a solid 8 is because I'm just mind fucked about the last one that we saw, because right now that reminds me a little bit too much of Fatal Frame, Maiden Water, the Black Maiden Water, the Maiden of Blackwater.
I got that vibe too.
I got that vibe because a girl was just in her fucking town, and then she just goes into the spirit world, so speak of thereof, and all of a sudden, let me go to this just chatting real quick. So all of a sudden now you get this whole ordeal of it. I'm not gonna put anything because this is just a trailer. They could change it up, you know. Konami have a habit of doing that. But that last...
Can I just say, I didn't get a chance to say it and I missed it. Ryukishi works on the Umineko series, and oh my god, I'm so happy to see that.
Well, granted, I give you that, but it's just a new type of Silent Hill, Silent Hill F. I'm not sure how I'm going to feel about that one. But I will say this. I'm on board for the remake. I got to give it. It was by far a huge fan favorite of everyone's, but my favorite will always be the original, the first Silent Hill. I loved the first Silent Hill. Then it's Silent Hill 2, then Silent Hill 3. We're not going to talk about Homecoming because, yeah, we're just going to leave Homecoming there. I was kind of hoping that they brought, like, something from a PT field.
You and me both. I was actually very disappointed that I didn't see anything PT related.
Well, they scrapped the whole thing, and, you know, because it was... Well, I could barely hear you. What did you say?
What?
Oh, guess not. Okay. But I am looking forward to the other 2 Silent Hills coming out. Silent Hill Townfall. Looking forward to it. It does have that feel of Silent Hill a little bit. And oh my god, I just the Ascension.
We're gonna use
I'm actually looking forward to that. What about you guys?
No, yeah, definitely. And honestly, I really hope, because I got this vibe from the 2, I really hope that it's kind of multiplayer based, because I honestly feel like that'll just give like a new horror feel to a Silent Hill.
I don't know
I don't
about...
know,
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm kind of 50-50 on it. Like, I don't know. Considering that all the remakes we've been getting, I'm not holding high hopes out for the remake for Silent Hill 2. And Domination looks like it'll be fun.
Yeah. I'm just...
I missed the last trailer, so unfortunately I can't really say, but I did see that Ryukishi 7, who does work on the Umineko franchise.
Okay, it's basically a schoolgirl in Japan. She's running from these red vines that turning into like buds of flower, like almost like a bud of flower. And all of a sudden, she ended up in her township, and now she's floating on a river of these, I don't know, coral-looking things and flowers, and it just, to me, it reminds me of too much of the Maiden of Blackwater, of Fatal Frame.
I was gonna say, so it sounds like they probably took elements from Ryukishi's work. He does a lot of like the fantasy, psychological horror mystery stuff. Like perfect examples would be the Umineko no Nakokoro ni and Higurashi no Nakokoro ni, which both would translate to cicadas when they cry and seagulls when they cry. If I remember correct, yeah.
But you see, that's the problem that I have with that. You know, Silent Hill was always psychological, always.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
always
not just psychological. It's also based on their movements as well. That puts into the scare factor of things. I remember reading like interviews how they particularly animated the enemies in the game to move like old horror film like clay matrix and stop motion characters.
I get that, but the problem that I have with it is that this failed before. Like, look at, for example, Resident Evil 6.
Resident Evil 6 also went more action-based than it did.
But exactly my point. They took away the survival horror feel and gave it action, and it went downhill. Now that when they went back to their old roots with Resident Evil 7 and Resident Evil 8, they did really good. It went back to survival. They brought back puzzles. They brought back, you know, the survival experience. You didn't get that in Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. What happened?
Gotcha.
So, from what I'm reading, one of the AAA games that was rated in Korea wasn't shown yet.
Yeah.
So my question is, there might be another game that's under production?
Possibly. It could possibly, but it had nothing to do with Silent Hill, though. And, oh, might I add, look what Operation Raccoon City. Why? This was not survival. This is a trial run. And it didn't make sense. That's what I'm afraid of right now. If they're tearing away from the Silent Hill F, if they're tearing away from their old roots to do something different, I'm all for it, but don't take away the concept of, psychological horror, because that's what Silent Hill always was. Look, for example, they kind of strayed away, and they did say this in Homecoming, Silent Hill Homecoming. They strayed away from the psychological stuff, which made the game so bad. Silent Hill Homecoming was one of the worst Silent Hills I've ever played. Now, I'm going to say it like this. Yeah, you could tell me, oh, but what about the PS Vita? What about the Book of Memories? The Book of Memories gave you a feel of what if, and that you can enjoy with your friends. It was a Vita. It was a to-go thing. Okay, I understand. It didn't do too well, but I'll be honest. I'd rather play Book of Memories than Homecoming. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I mean, considering that I've seen some of Rikishi's work, like, I have to go back and watch the trailer so I can see what actually happened in that trailer, but I am holding out a little bit of hope for that, because his work's usually really good. If he's part of the creator team, at the very least, I kind of have an idea of what to.
Like I said, I'm not taking it away. I know about this director, and he's a good director. But what I'm concerned about is that if he's going to be, creating and directing the game, is he going to stray away from the psychological horror? If he does, I think it's going to flop. I believe it's going to flop. I mean, look at PT. Look how good. You had from one of the greatest game directors / movie director as well. He's no Wes Craven, and he's no George A. Romero, but when it comes to monsters, Guillermo del Toro knows his shit. And by teaming up with one of the best action provided teams that they had, Hideo Kojima.
Oh, well, if we're comparing anything to what was supposed to be with PT, no, nothing's gonna fucking go up to it, because PT had so much. It was, first of all, it was Norman Reedus. He's coming off the success of The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Then you're advertising as Del Toro. Del Toro's widely known in the industry as one of the best monster creators.
Yeah, I agree.
So already there, if you're comparing it to what was supposed to be PT and Silent Hills, everything's gonna flop regardless of what you do, because it had everything that everyone was asking for.
Yeah, there was things that was added to PT Silent Hills that I was actually. What hurts me the most is hearing children cry murderously. I can't take it, and they delivered that fear to me. That was one of my dangerous fears, because I like seeing children happy, seeing them play, because they are our future and shit. But you're gonna throw that and just put me in a shame? Yeah, fucking, they knew what the hell they were doing. They really did. I just did not like the fact that what had happened and what transpired of Kojima leaving, and they scrapped his entire work. Yeah, but Sony, and this is why this game is exclusive to Sony, because Sony wants the rights to Silent Hill. They want that bitch. I've been reading up on it. They want the rights to it. But now here's a funny thing. And this is a funny thing. I kind of find it very funny, and I'm sticking the middle finger out to the Microsoft lovers, because they're not getting it. Now they gotta get a PS5. Good luck.
Well,
yeah, but getting a PS5 is like asking for the moon.
Yeah, but so this kind of further cement that if they can't sell the IP to Sony, what might have happened or transpired, they might have cut some deal and leeway that, okay, we'll give you support to produce these games. In return, we get to do something of our own, which we probably have yet to see. And what if that AAA quote-unquote rumor game is the rumored Silent Hills game by Kojima? That's all we know. And
I mean,
they might have just cut a deal. This is hypothetically speaking, but what if that
But
was the case
do
that
have a
they...
point. You do have a point.
Yeah.
Actually, something that PlayStation's turning around.
But here's what gets me though. Oh, I'm sorry, I cut you off. I apologize. Okay, continue. No, continue.
This is what I think is going to happen. I think this is a trial run between Sony and the title of Silent Hills. They want to see how well this is going to do. If it does as well as they think it's going to do, there's a good chance they're going to eventually try and buy off Silent Hill title itself off of Konami, or they're going to work a deal where it's like they have more reign over what happens with the franchise. Which, as he was saying, it could eventually turn into one of those where, like, Sony will reach out to like Kojima and stuff, and Silent Hills might be the actual thing in the near future. So that's what I think this is.
But you gotta understand this. But you gotta understand this. Sony's already got their foot in the door. The only reason why, and this is my personal feeling, the only reason why they don't want to sell Silent Hill, one, they're kind of, being shady about it. But two is because Kojima works for Sony now. He may have his own line, but Sony is giving him, saying, hey, you work for us, but guess what? You do what you need to do to make us money.
But here's the thing,
that's the
Kojima
point,
Studio is not exactly tied to Sony. They were funded by them, yes, but they're not exclusive to Sony. And at one point, they were looking into making a Death Stranding exclusive both to Stadia at one point, and they also talked about working on an episodic content for Microsoft at another time.
I understand that, but Kojima Productions is already has a classified ironclad contract with Sony. So I'm not saying Sony owns the rights to Kojima Production, but they have a huge ironclad contract with Kojima Productions. The reason why I'm saying this is because Kojima went to Sony. Sony picked Kojima up like that. That's why Sony wants Metal Gear. Sony wants Castlevania. And Sony wants Silent Hills. The one company that's challenging Sony, which I'm laughing at, and I'm a huge fan of this company, Capcom is trying to get their hands on Castlevania. But if anybody's going to shell out that money, Sony is.
The thing is, look at what Konami has been doing in the last, 15 years. A lot of their stuff went straight to pachinko games. They stopped making video games themselves unless they were relaunching titles that have already been out as, remasters or remakes and stuff like that. Yeah. Everything else has been pachinko games. It hasn't been legitimate video games.
And
it's been pachinko game this, pachinko game that. So, and if you really think about it, stock-wise and pay-wise, I bet you 10-1. So Konami is losing so much in their stocks right now because they're not making video games. And
of course.
Which was only released in Japan.
But here's the thing. No, not entirely. Not entirely. They do have Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh is still. Yu-Gi-Oh is still putting Konami. Hold on, I'm sorry, Kid Jimmy. I don't mean to cut you. Konami is still making Yu-Gi-Oh. And Yu-Gi-Oh has been a backburn. I mean, not a backburn. A huge supporter to them since Konami bought it from Upper Deck, because before it was an Upper Deck product. Now it's a Konami product, and it's been making them money. So if they lose Pachinko or Yu-Gi-Oh, the company's messed up. There's no way of coming back. You just gave up one of your best directors. You made this guy leave the corporation because you want things done your way. Let him do him. Look how great PT was.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, but it's not like Konami is really in financial trouble. They're actually a multi-conglomerate Japanese company that owns gyms, a real estate company, a bank. They own cloud services. They own quite a lot of things in Japan.
Yeah, but then when
their
COVID hit,
entertainment.
when COVID hit, their stocks plummeted.
Oh, yeah. So as any other companies in Japan. Japan is going through rough economic times, and it's also one of the reasons why the Japanese government folded to open up Japan a bit more, because at one point, good luck getting into Japan unless you're a Japanese national. And even my friend, who's half Japanese, he had to quarantine for 10 days before getting into the country. And he had to quarantine another week.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that just goes to show, like, you know, I'm not blaming Japan, because, hey, I would love to visit Japan. I can't wait to visit Japan now that the borders are 100% lifted. But what I'm saying, as a fan of video games, as fan from horror, because I'm a huge horror gamer, I love my horror games. I grew up to games back in the 80s and 70s, even though that I'm an early 80s baby. But what I'm saying is that I'm so interested in Townfall, sorry. I'm interested in Townfall. Can't wait to see. Interested in Ascension. Was it Ascension? Silent Hill? Yeah.
Yeah, Ascension.
I'm looking forward to those two games. A remake, okay. I just hope they don't cut a lot of the story out. All right, I'll bite. It was one of the good Silent Hill games. I'll bite. But Silent Hill F kind of worries me. We may only just get a trailer. We don't know everything. But Silent Hill F kind of worries me. Because you have a company that's now... Where were they making Silent Hill games? Where was it on the PS4? Nothing. Where was it on the... Now you're just getting it off the PS5. You had, what, 5 years to make a Silent Hill game, and you never did. You let us down. We could have had one, but that person got done dirty. I just hope they do these games justice, because they owe us. Konami owes us big. But
shit, I just realized this. So the actual writer is by the same guy who wrote the actual visual novels When They Cry.
What, that's doing Silent Hill F, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same person that me and Beta was just talking about. I'm not saying anything bad about his work, but his work leads something different to what Silent Hill is supposed to be. That's what I'm saying. Survival, not survival, sorry. Silent Hill is supposed to be psychological horror. It's always been that way. It was a survival horror at part 1. Part 2 was a bit survival horror, but then it started graduating into psychological horror because you don't know what the fuck is going on. So that's where everything transcends, and it works. Psychological horror, that's where they need to keep Silent Hill. I can't go off it being a survival horror. It's mainly psychological horror. That's where they have to keep it. If this F shows up and it's not psychological horror, it's a flop like Homecoming was. What is everybody else's thoughts?
Mine are pretty just super mixed about the announcements. I mean, It could go either way, but ultimately my only main interest is the Silent Hill 2 remake, mainly because of the team that's behind it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm actually interested in. I'm just actually interested in the new Town Falls. Floppy.
No, yeah, definitely. I'm definitely gonna get the Silent Hill 2 remake. I am very interested in Townfall and Ascension. I'm more confused on F than anything. Like, basically, F, I'm just full on confusion. I can't say I'm excited for this. I can't say I'm disappointed because I don't know what the hell F is actually gonna. I have no idea what they actually have in store for us for F. So I'm just very, very confused about that. But honestly, what I'm looking forward to is the remake and Ascension because of what they said on how your decisions basically make up the game.
Yeah. But like we said, these are just speculations that we all have right now, everybody. We don't know what the future is gonna bring for Silent Hill F. But the directors we all know that's actually into Silent Hill F, they have a different aspect of their horror. All I'm just worried about is if they could keep it as psychological horror.
Well, here's the thing I would be concerned with F more than if it follows what I think it might end up following, it could be a choose your own type of scenario type of thing. And that'd be my only concern. Well,
that's how Silent Hills in general. Whatever way you choose or however the outcome may be, which is why I'm really, really, really enticed for the other Silent Hill. That it has no reset button, nothing. You have to play the game, beat the game with all the decisions you make, and then I guess as soon as you beat the game, you could go back from the very beginning and play throughout the whole game, make different decisions. I think that's smart because it's like saying, you think you could just save there and then go back? No, it doesn't work like that. You made your bed, now you sleep in it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like they're saying, fuck you, you ain't going back, that's the decision, you're sticking with it. That's it. Ballsy. I love it. Ballsy.
And what I love about that, at least I hope this happens. Not just your decision, not just what decisions you make, but specific decisions in general. How one action can trigger a completely different reaction. Like, let's say one thing's a good outcome, but if you make this decision, then everything is just gonna go to full-on chaos.
Yeah.
Well, okay, if we're gonna stick with that, then what do you guys think of Abomination?
Abomination?
Or whatever the multiplayer one is.
Well, we don't know if it's a multiplayer yet.
I mean, go on.
They never said if it was a multiplayer.
See, I think that one is, given the context behind it and how it said that, it goes live beginning of next year. I think they're going to try and do what Resident Evil tried to do with RE Verse. That's my concern.
They better not. I'd be pissed.
Because when you think about it, RE Versus failed before it even started.
Did I actually ever even launch?
I don't.
Now that I think about it,
it didn't. It did originally, and then it didn't because they were having too many issues pre-release.
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you right now. Because I actually am on my PS5 right now, although I have to go to the full library.
Ascension.
There it is.
It was Ascension. That's.
Cannot start gamer app. Nothing ever launched it.
Yeah, because it even the way they played it off with doing the chat based log that you would find on like Discord, and then saying that it goes live 2023. I think that's meant to be a
Ascension.
Yeah. And then it says live 2023. So that makes me think it's like they're trying to do what Versus tried to do.
Yeah. But we can only hope. If this is a if this is a multiplayer, then I'm down. I gotta get good people though. I know my girlfriend is not gonna play with me, fucking Tifa. She's like, no, I'll watch. All right, there's a difference between watching and playing. Just play it.
Yeah, seriously.
You can play it. If you can play it, then watch it. Like, what the hell? But all I know is that I am eager for Ascension. I can't wait to see what this one's about, and I'm actually eager for Town Falls. It's just F. I didn't like. I'm a bit confused with F because the trailer threw me off.
Can you look at the trailer for a second? Because I didn't catch it.
Do you want me to play the trailer? Hold on.
Yeah.
You can still see it on my screen, right?
Yes, I can.
All right. Hold on.
Yeah, right there.
It just has that Fatal Frame vibe to me. That's why I'm not
Ooh, okay.
You see where I'm coming out with the Maiden of Blackwater?
That explains why I heard the Naruto music earlier. Very... Yeah, that's very Fatal Frame.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, that's dope.
Feels like it's set around 1950s, given the setup.
Yeah, that's what really transpires for me, Beta, is like I don't know how to feel about that. So I'm on a crossroads with that one. So I need to understand more before I can even give my final judgment on
The
that.
thing with also, on top of it feeling Fatal Frame and Resident Evil, I can definitely see elements of Rikishi in there. Like, just knowing, like, the Higurashi, or like, the One That Life franchise in general. Like, that was very Rikishi-esque. Just the opening intro.
But he's not known for his psychological horror. That's what scares me.
It's not. So, have you ever read of his stuff?
No, I know what he's about. Trust me, I've seen his work. I'm not downing the guy. Like I believe that, he could do this, but what I'm afraid of is that he might take away the psychological horror feel from Silent Hill.
Like you. Because he tends to do psychological horror on, like, in his own works, where it's very much like especially if you go into like Higurashi, they're very much about like fucking with the mentality of everyone involved.
I don't know. I'm still gonna be on the fence with it. I've seen his work. I'm not downing the guy. I respect him. I just hope that he does it justice. That's all I'm trying to say. Is that I know this is just a taste, so I'm not gonna say, oh, it's bad. I'm not gonna get it, or I'm 50-50 on it. I just don't want it to give a Fatal Frame feel. That's all I'm asking. I don't want a Fatal Frame, and I don't want to take away from psychological horror. Because Resident Evil did that with Capcom did that with Resident Evil, and look where it got them.
Yeah.
So when they went back to their old roots with Resident Evil 7, they've been making money.
Well, okay, so think of it this way too. Look at the market. You know so the way some of these companies work is they try to project what's going to be really popular within like the coming years before they start making the games. So when Resident Evil 6, 5, and 6 came out, Call of Duty, Halo, and Halo were gaining a lot of traction within the industry. Everyone was playing these first-person shooters, these like simple games where it was more action than it was horror. So Resident Evil followed that trend.
And look where it got them.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. It's these companies are trying to follow certain trends that have a success. The couple of years it starts before they start working on the game, and there's storyboarding. These games take multiple years to make because first you got to go through storyboarding, then you got to like plot out the storyline itself. Then it becomes a thing that's like, okay, now we need concept art before we even get into doing mocap or animation.
Yeah.
By the time that these games come out, it's 5 or 6 years after the craze, where or however long it takes to make the game. It takes 2 years to make the game, and there's a craze going on here. Like first-person shooters are the big thing. 2 years later, that could change. That could be like, no, everyone wants the fucking horror aspect again. So then they lose their money because.
But they lost more money by making the game that shouldn't even be made because. All right, here's one. I'm gonna put it like this: name me one game that went out of the elements, made a huge success. Name me one.
He actually does have a point.
Exactly.
Like something that was out of the company's perspective.
Yes, that was basically they took a survival horror game and made it an action shooter game. Like that. They took something out of its genre that shouldn't have been touched. I should have kept it there.
No, I'm not saying you don't have a point, but I'm saying it's companies trying to follow these trends that get set a year prior to them starting to make games.
Then if they're going to do that, they need to make a new game to follow those trends. Don't bring...
That's the thing, though.
It's like this. There's an old saying: if it's broke, don't fix. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, you're not wrong, but try to look at it from a business perspective too. So you have a game that's already making a lot of money because it's a fan favorite. You get into this subgenre where get the trends going. The company's going to try and follow a trend with a number one selling game because they we'll get money off the game title anyway, because that's how people will play it. They'll put out the trailer, they'll show certain aspects of the game, and people will be like, yeah, I'll buy it, it looks good. But the issue comes out when it's like, great, you got the game out. You showed a little bit of the trailer. Now people are playing either demos or, beta testing, and they're like, well, what the hell? This isn't actually what the franchise is about. But because the game's already so far in advancement wherever it's placed, by that time you can't scrap how much you put in that game because now you're wasting a couple $1 million off of it.
But you're wasting more by making the game and selling it because the simple fact is that you're still losing out on money. Yeah, all right.
No,
hold on.
You're also looking at it from a fan perspective, though. I'm saying
I'm not looking at it. I'm looking at it as a business perspective. That's what I'm about to say. You take a game. All right, you put, let's say, $1.5 million into making this game. Okay? You sell the game. Not only are you taking a loss on putting $1.5 million and you're recuperating some of that money back, don't you know that you're making a small percentile because that money is actually going to the people that actually put the work into the game and it's not going into their savings on making a new game? That's what they're using, major titles, putting them in new stuff to see if it would actually work.
But that's the problem with the trends, though.
Exactly. Why would you if you're going to make something, start off with something new. Don't take a major title and throw it in there so you could screw it up and lose money.
You got a point.
Not only are you losing money, you're losing the fans' interest. When the fans go, the merchandise goes. So basically, you got stuff just sitting up in stock like we just made all this and the fans are not even buying it. Why? Because we don't like it. So now you're losing product. You're losing money on the product.
Take it from a DMC perspective. No one asked for that shit-ass reboot that came out that Ninja Theory did. The only reason they did it was because the games community itself, not so much the fans, but like the producers, the creators, people that actually work on videos, wanted to see a beloved franchise that had quite a cult following to it, get remade by another company that has a more of a hold on Western games.
But
that was
that's...
the whole thing. See,
I'm gonna add something.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna add something that puts a point on Jack's fencing and Baylor's DMC thing. DMC, for example, if that was a separate title with a complete, like for example, it would have been a good game because it wasn't attached to Devil May Cry, and I hope Silent Hill doesn't do the same thing.
But now let's retort to this whole Devil May Cry thing. Us fans, we were upset that that reboot Devil May Cry had came out. Now here's the thing. I'm not downing. I'm downing that it's not Devil May Cry. As Devil May Cry fans that we are, you have to admit, and hell, I even said this right in front of Brian, and behind me was Ruben Landon, the guy that voices Dante, when he told me from all the Devil May Cries, name me your list. This is the guy Brian that was asking me this, who voice acts V. And I clearly said, well, the top of my chart is Devil May Cry 3. It holds a near and dear to my heart. Devil May Cry 5, then Devil May Cry 4, Devil May Cry 1, and then Devil May Cry 2. That's how I feel. When he said, oh, how about that new DMC? How about the DMC? I told him, we don't talk about Dark Times. We don't talk about that game. Behind me, Ruben Landon said this, and I quote, that's how you know that's a true Devil May Cry fan.
Yes, but that's what my point's trying to get at, is that they were following trends and they wanted to do something different with a well-known title that appealed to the fan base itself.
But that's what I was trying to tell you, Beta. They're taking their names, they're making a game and slapping one of their major games right on it.
Yes.
All right, that's what I'm saying. You're going to lose consumers like that because it has nothing to do with it. If DMC would be a good game if it was its own game, not DMC. That's what I'm trying to say.
Saying that these companies don't care.
Well, then let them lose money because Konami already lost a lot of money when they did that with fucking... Capcom lost a lot of money when they did it with Operation Raccoon City and DMC. Capcom took a hit. Hard. Hold on. Look at Advanced Warfare. They were trying to do the same thing with this whole exoskeleton suit shit. That took a fucking hit. Am I right or wrong? Advanced Warfare was not living up to the hype.
No, Advanced Warfare did.
You didn't send me a dare. Speedy. You didn't send me a dare. But what I'm trying to say is, I'm not downing the games. I'm sure that there's a handful of people that would like those games. It's not it doesn't bring interest to people that actually devote their time and effort to these games. I dare you to defend the DMC game and say you love it. Okay, fine. I'm going to defend the DMC game. I defend DMC 1, DMC 2, well, DMC 2, DMC 3, DMC 4, DMC 5. I'll defend all those. You see, you wasn't specific. So, your point has been redeemed. But the DMC reboot, that game was straight up, in my opinion, trash. I mean, for being a Devil May Cry game.
I say this, having played the game, the storyline itself was absolutely trash. I did not like how they more or less, instead of making it something entirely different, they kept Dante's name, they kept Virgil's name, they kept the idea that they're twins, that Sparta rebelled against Mithras. It didn't like probably more or less rehash the game and do with their own twist. And then try to get people to be like, no, this is the new version of Devil May Cry. No, it's not. First of all, you're already testing a game that already had a following. Then you're going in and you're essentially shitting on the game itself.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I don't like the fact that they gave Dante black hair when they were kids. They all had white hair.
No, even in the kid background, Dante had black hair in that game. Virgil was the only one that had white.
No, in DMC, but I'm talking about in all the Devil May Cry series, they both had platinum hair. They both.
No, I know.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
Hold on. You like the Silent Hill showcase? I gave it an 8. Speedy. Go ahead, Beta. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. No, it's gameplay wise, DMC is pretty good. At least the definitive edition. The original release of the game, I don't know. Definitive is good in that they worked out the storyline stuff. Great game if it wasn't related to Devil May Cry. Would have been an amazing success, but because they attached the name, the title to it, it's just like no.
Yeah, it made people feel a lot like, what the hell are you doing, Capcom? But that's my point when it comes across Silent Hill F. We saw a trailer. Now, I'm not going to make any remarks or justifying because that's all we got. But just by looking at it, it seems like they're trying to pull from Fatal Frame. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But I just hope that I am wrong. Because I don't want to go down that route. If they put that as a Fatal Frame, I'm going to be pissed.
I'll laugh if they make a collab.
If they're like, yeah, instead of a camera, you got a camcorder. I'm like, oh, great, thank you. Another Outlast game. Really?
Speaking of Outlast, I think they are making a new Outlast game, too.
No, it's already been leaked out. They're making part 3. But part 3, you got weapons now. You can actually use weapons. But blunt objects only, I think. But, alright. So, we are going to end it off here. I want to thank Beta, Jimmy, and Floppy Ducky for coming over here, watching the new showcase. And like I said, I gave it a solid 8. I think there's like 2 of these games that I'm really eager to play and try out. I am gonna pick up the Silent Hill. Yeah, I am gonna pick up the Silent Hill 2 remake, cause come on, your boy is a Silent Hill fan. I got the original, Black Label 2, bitches. But I also have Restless Dreams for the Xbox. But with that being said, I am going to pick that up, but I'm very, very eager to see what Townfalls and Ascension has in store. Anybody else want to say anything before I close out?
No, I have my edge down with the remake. I'm really interested to see what happens with the other.
Yeah.
Everything you said is basically how I feel, honestly, with regards to the new Silent Hill coming out, the remake, and Ascension. F, as I said, I'm still very, very confused on.
Yeah, same. Jimmy? I guess he's not here or he's doing something. But
yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for watching. If you like what you see, please hit that like and follow. I'll be posting this up on my YouTube channel. As I said again, I would like to thank Beta, Floppy, and Jimmy for being here. And with that being said, take care, be safe, live free, game hard, or it's game over. Have a good night.